GoPro is known primarily as an action camera, but if you really had to, could you use a GoPro in an indoor studio setting? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take your GoPro footage from the default look that you would get indoors to this quality of video that I've enhanced with just a couple of extra items. Let's get started. Hey, what's up guys? This is Susie with Gemini Connect, and today I'm here with the GoPro Hero 9, and we're in my usual filming studio in my spare bedroom. So normally I'd be filming this segment with a Fujifilm X-T3, but I'm actually filming this video today with the GoPro Hero 9. We're also using the media mod, and we've made a few adjustments. So today I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how I got this type of footage out of the GoPro. If you're new to the channel, I use the GoPro along with my partner Martin, and we film travel vlogs together. But we get a lot of questions from people asking if you can use GoPro in an indoor setting, and if so, what kind of settings do you have to have on your GoPro? So let's start by talking about what settings I'm using on the GoPro. I'm shooting in 4K 24 frames per second, and I'm also shooting in the most narrow focal length possible, so I'm really zoomed in to try to eliminate all distortion from my background. I've also turned Hyper Smooth off because the camera is stable on a tripod, and whenever you're using Hyper Smooth, you actually crop into your frame a little bit, and I don't want that effect in this case. Normally, I'd be shooting in the default GoPro color profile because I feel like it actually does a really good job when you're outdoors shooting in natural lighting. However, since I'm indoors and this is all artificial lighting, I've switched over to the flat profile so that I can have more control when I'm color grading in post-processing. When it comes to shutter speed and ISO, I again normally have it on auto if I'm shooting outdoors in natural lighting. However, since we're indoors and I want a slightly more cinematic feel to my video, then my shutter speed is double that of my frame rate, so it's at 1/48 of a second. I also have my ISO on 100 minimum and 200 maximum. So those are my camera settings, but now let's go ahead and talk about some of the things I did to enhance my studio setting. First of all, I'm shooting in my spare bedroom, which also doubles as a guest bedroom, as well as my home gym. So this is kind of a multi-purpose room. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, not having a dedicated studio space. You just have to shoot wherever you possibly can. So because it's a relatively small space, I try to keep my filming gear to a minimum, also because I have to break it down when I'm not using it to use the other parts of my space. First of all, I have a light behind me, and that just adds some light to my background so that it's not just a flat, boring background, and the light itself actually adds a little bit of interest without being too distracting. The second light that I have is my overhead light above me to add a bit of a hair light or separation between myself and the background. And the third light I have is an actual video light, and it's an external light. It's powered by battery, and I use this for a lot of my photo shoots and video shoots. So I have it right next to me, and I also have a big diffuser on it to diffuse the light so that it's not so harsh and the shadows aren't super harsh on my face. The next thing I have is an external microphone. So right now I'm using a C-stand to sort of act as a microphone boom, and the microphone is just right here. I'm like looking right at it, and it's the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. It's a shotgun mic that you can normally use on top of a camera, but you can also take it off of the camera as long as you have that extension cord to plug into the camera. Since the GoPro does not have a built-in microphone jack to plug in an external microphone like this, I'm using the GoPro Media mod on the Hero 9. Alternatively, I could also use the GoPro mic adapter, but adding an external microphone is really key because I'll show you what happens if you don't have an external microphone and also if you don't have an external light. Let's start by taking away the external light. Let's actually remove the modifier first, or the diffuser. Ooh, that is so bright. So now without the diffuser, this is the diffuser by the way, it's actually really cool, and it breaks down kind of like a reflector, just like this. And it's super small and portable. I'll leave a link to this and also all the other products that I'm using in the description below. But yeah, without the diffuser, you can see that this light is super harsh now on my face, and so we're getting really big shadows. And also for me as the subject, it's really hard to look ahead because I see these LED light bulbs just like burning into my eyes. So those are two reasons why it's a really good idea to use a diffuser, something like this, or even an umbrella. There's all different kinds of diffusers out there. But now let's go ahead and just turn this light off. So this is what it looks like without that external light, and you can see that it's a really big difference. Let's go ahead and even turn off the background light. Alright, so I've turned off all of the external lights that I added except for the ambient room light. So as you can see, if I were to just take the GoPro and stick it on a tripod and, just start filming without adding external lights and just using my ambient light, that's not always going to look the best. Even if I have, if I've tweaked the settings to be cinematic as I have right now, it still doesn't really look all that great. So it's really important to think about what your ambient light is doing for you, what other lights you have on hand to just make your picture look better, or even situate yourself to be closer to a window to take advantage of natural lighting. Because of the way this room is structured, I can't be next to the window, so that's one of many reasons why I've had to go with this particular setup. So next, let's deconstruct the sound. Right up here is my shotgun mic that I have attached and I'm collecting my audio from, but let's see what happens if I disconnect this external microphone. So now this is what it sounds like with just the GoPro plus the Media Mod. The Media Mod microphone is set to the front microphone, so that's collecting audio. So this is what it sounds like, and this is also what it looks like with just my ambient lights coming from the ceiling. Pretty big difference, huh? So what do you think? Is the GoPro a viable camera for shooting indoors or in a studio setting? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions, and again, there's a link in the description below to all the products that I'm using for my indoor studio setting today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content relating to GoPro vlogging and filming with mirrorless cameras, and I will see you in the next video.